means that you have no idea what you look like. It means that you have no positive reinforcement with your self-image going on whatsoever. So anyway, I'm pretty vain, and I've gotten this bad habit because I'm in the city a lot. And there are a lot of cars parked in the city. So I'm always looking at my reflection in the car windows. And I don't know if you've ever tried this before, but you look fantastic in a car window. I don't know if it's like the angle of the window or like the tint of it, but like you just look awesome, and you gotta try it. But the problem is, and this has happened to me multiple times, is you're looking at your reflection, and sometimes there are people sitting in the car. So you're walking around, come on, you flash your look in the mirror, you make that dumbass look, you angle your chin a little bit, you move your eyes around, and it's just embarrassing as shit. And this person sees you and it's like, whoa, like what the fuck is this guy doing? And because I'm vain, it's like, well, I'm looking at myself, I occasionally make eye contact with somebody in my car. I wish sometimes that one of these ladies would just, would roll down the window and be like, hey man, like you look pretty good. You want to go on a date? And it's just, what kind of story would that be? If you really got together with somebody by meeting somebody like that, and they were like, and you have kids, and they're like, so mommy, how'd you meet daddy? Well, your father was voguing down Fifth Avenue, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to see what this guy was all about. Speaking of self-image, I've been getting a little bit tubby, and it sucks. Getting fat, it sucks. You know how you know that you're getting fat when you get out of the shower and you start drying yourself off, and then you think to yourself, oh, this is going to take a few minutes. This is going to take some time and energy, isn't it? You're drying yourself off, and like, there's still soap on like the inside of your thighs because like the water couldn't make its way around that lard. It's terrible. It's terrible. I saw a homeless guy recently. I thought, this is the smartest fucking homeless guy I've ever seen in my life. Because I was in New York, and he was outside of this store called Canine Styles. Canine Styles. I was like, this guy's got a great plan, because if you go into Canine Styles and buy your dog a cardigan, and then you got no change to spare for a homeless person, you are a fucking asshole. I mean, I'm not gonna get in the whole like, what kind of society do we live in where we're making finely knit sweaters for our dogs, and yet there are humans all across the street starving with no clothes. But I will say this. When God decides that you are going to be a dog, he pulls you into his office and goes, all right, look, make you a dog. Look at the pros and cons. Con, you got to eat dog food. It sucks. Let's see, what else? You can't talk. You can't really ever listen to the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Rolling Stones. Never going to get to experience that. But that's about it. Oh yeah, you might get your balls chopped off. All right, but let's get to the pros. You have no expectations. You get to lie around, do whatever the hell you want, and oh yeah, you never have to wear clothes ever. You get to be naked all the time. Humans, they're only naked they're naked for like the first year of their life. They're naked for like when they bathe themselves. They're naked when they procreate. Actually, some humans they're getting fat, so they leave their shirts on when they procreate. But that's about it. So you got it pretty good. You know what I think's unfair? I think it's unfair that women get to masturbate with whatever they want, but men only have their hands. You know what I mean? Because like 50% of household objects a lady can do what she pleases with that. Men, the only thing that they can change up is like the brand of hand lotion that they use. You know? And, you know, some guys would be like, yo man, like, girls, like, they're just as horny as guys. They're just as horny as guys. That's what you gotta understand. And I don't believe that. It's like, ease up, Tony. I don't believe that. I mean, like, full disclosure, I know nothing about women, so anything I say from this point forth should be taken with a pretty big grain of salt. But anyway, like, think of it. Men jack off. It's the same fucking experience every single time. And yet, if a man has like taken his vitamins and like is eating some fruit and he goes to work and like sees something that catches his eye, he'll have to run to the bathroom to jack off, you know? Or like he can be at like his relative's house for Thanksgiving and like he could like be receiving some provocative text messages from his girlfriend, and he'll have to run up and jerk off. He's never even been in his bathroom before. He doesn't even know if there's a fucking lock on the door, and he still has to do this shit. Meanwhile, women have all these toys that cost like hundreds of dollars, these toys that like spin and vibrate and thrust all at the same goddamn time. Like, if Einstein saw these toys, he'd be like, shit, I got to rewrite the motherfucking laws of physics. Man! Girl, you better be careful with this shit. You're gonna make a black hole in your pussy. You fuck around with this shit too. My Einstein's a black guy. For some reason. And think of this. Women have two ways to have an orgasm. They got the clitoris and the G-spot. One vagina, two ways to come. That's a fucking 2-for-1 deal. Where is that for the men, you know? Alright, come on. You know. And think of it, you know, a woman's body is like just a carnival of pleasures. And yet, you know, when they indulge themselves, it's like once every 2 weeks, everybody has to be gone, bathtub, candlelight, you know. Look, if men had two ways to stimulate themselves like that, do you know what would happen? Nothing would happen. I would be telling this joke in a log cabin by candlelight. I don't even know if we would get to spoken language. I might be in a cave, just like, you know, drawing cave paintings to tell the jokes. Nothing would get done. Yeah. You know what's also